I want to share a story that still unsettles me to this day. It's something my uncle experienced years ago while working as a surveyor in the Appalachian Mountains. He rarely talks about it, but when he does, his voice tightens and his eyes darken. My uncle worked for a small company that mapped out remote areas for logging and development. One particular assignment brought him and a coworker, Dale, deep into Black Pine Ridge, a desolate stretch of forest miles from any real civilization. The locals avoided it, often muttering half-hearted warnings about people who'd gone missing there over the years. For several days, the job went smoothly. They camped out, marked trees, and recorded their data. The forest was dense and eerily quiet, broken only by the occasional distant howl of coyotes. But by the fourth day, strange things started happening. While marking trees one morning, Dale noticed what looked like makeshift snares tied between some low branches. They were crudely made but effective enough to trap small animals. Nearby, they found bones, not animal bones, but something that looked unsettlingly human. Tiny, fragile, as if from a child. My uncle dismissed it, trying to keep calm, but Dale was clearly shaken. That night, as they sat by their fire, they began hearing faint voices deep in the woods. It was impossible to tell where they were coming from or what was being said, but they sounded wrong. Whispered, almost childlike, with bursts of strange laughter. The next morning, my uncle woke up to find small handprints smeared in dirt along the outside of their tent. They were too small to belong to any adult. There were no footprints leading up to them, only the marks, as if whoever made them had appeared out of thin air. Dale insisted they pack up and leave, but the job was nearly done, and my uncle didn't want to report back incomplete. He convinced Dale to stay one more night. That night was worse. Around midnight, they heard footsteps circling their tent, slow, deliberate, crunching softly on the dry leaves. Then came a low humming, like an off-key lullaby. Dale unzipped the tent slightly and peeked outside. His face went pale. Standing just at the tree line was a tall, gaunt man, completely bald, wearing tattered, filthy clothes. His skin was grayish, and he was barefoot despite the cold. In his hands, he clutched what looked like a small, worn-out doll. The man just stared at the tent, swaying gently, his lips moving as if silently speaking. Frozen in terror, they listened as the man eventually wandered back into the woods. Neither of them slept. At first light, they packed everything and hiked back down the ridge as fast as they could. When they reported the incident to the local sheriff, he simply sighed and said, "That'd be the hermit. You're lucky you got out." Apparently, a mentally disturbed man had been living in those woods for years, but nobody knew where exactly, or how he survived. My uncle never took another job that deep in the woods again.